Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Jan from the upcoming.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
How are you? Are you excited about the premiere of the new season?
Very excited. We've been waiting a while for this to come out, so we are thrilled that it's finally here.
Making another season, I feel like it's always a challenge because you have to kind of proverbially persuade the audience with your TV show that your TV show is still worth watching. What was your approach towards trying, to bring some fresh ideas
I
Got it.
in for a show? Yeah.
Well, it was very exciting for me because I came on in the third season as showrunner and got to, Austin and I have worked together on shows in the past, but it really gave me an opportunity. I love the show as a fan. So suddenly I was jumping into the show as showrunner, and Austin and I spent a lot of time thinking about the story gift that really happens at the end of season two, which is finding out that our main character, we think it's going to be one of two love interests, and it turns out to be his daughter. And that gave so many great ideas and a lot of propulsivity for where we could go in the next season.
Yeah, the other thing too was Maximo and Julia finally get together. And so we're able to now explore what it really looks like for the two of them to be in a relationship in season three. There were a lot of sort of doors that were open at this end of season two intentionally so that we could go down new roads in season three too. And having fresh eyes and a fresh voice with Sam on it too just helped bring a new energy to the whole production.
Yeah.
Do you believe that there are still some ideas waiting for another seasons, or maybe you feel like you're entering this kind of an end game of the show? At what point are you?
Absolutely. I mean, we already pitched season 4 to Apple. And so, we end season 3 in a way that suggests there could certainly be more show to come. And that's definitely our hope if we get to continue. But I think we also ended in a way that feels satisfying if we can't continue.
What's so fun about this show is each year we unpack a little bit more about Maximo and how he became this sort of out of touch billionaire who's struggling with some of his personal connections in the present. So how to get there takes a lot of time, and we explore that a lot this year, but it's a slow burn. So there's a lot more story to tell. And but this year I think also, like Austin says, feels incredibly contained, joyous, filled with a lot of the same sentiment and sort of heart that the first two seasons had.
But there's also a lot of changes in season 3 too. I mean,
Yeah.
Don Pablo is about to retire, which means he's looking for his successor to be the head of operations at the hotel. There is a new hotel owner where we have Jaime Camille coming in as the new hotel owner, which is really exciting. And there's a lot of conflict that arises between him and Diane. So every time that we kind of restart or do a new season, we're always looking for what are the kind of the big overarching ideas, and then the sort of the gift of the continuous mystery of the show, which is how did Maximo go from being the pool boy to the billionaire. And I think that's something that we can always continue to unpack and explore and show the differences and how he grows in time.
Yeah.
And they should try to kind of play with the idea of the dynamics of the show or even the genre of the show. Did you try to maybe do some changes for this season to make it, more attractive in a sense?
Because he's a unreliable narrator and he's telling the story, there's always fun opportunities to kind of mess with the storytelling and to have fun with doing certain genre things. Like we do in the last episode of the season, we do a whole kind of action sequence that's like out of a James Bond movie. And what are some of the other unreliable narrator stuff?
We have a moment, without spoiling too much, we have a moment where we actually see one of our characters from the present walk into the past because we're able to shift whose perspective this is, and it's this disorienting moment. We also play, one thing we do is play with translation, right? So in Spanish, words may mean something that are slightly different in English. And so we have this amazing moment where Rafael, who plays Hugo, basically hears a phrase called fresas, which is, I'm going to go ahead and spoil it.
Yeah, you just did
it has a phrase called fresas, which in Mexico refers to preppy people who are a little upscale and preppy. And But Rafael doesn't understand Spanish, so he thinks fresas just means what it means as a straight translation, which is strawberries. And so in one scene, as our unreliable narrator, Eugenio says, well, these fresas walk over, and we see what Hugo thinks, which is 3 gigantic walking strawberries.
And we had a lot of conversations about what those strawberry costumes should look like. Also, every season we'd like to do a deep dive into a specific character. So season 1, we did a deep dive into Don Pablo and how he came to work at the resort. Season 2, we did a deep dive into Diane and her backstory. And season 3, we kind of do a different twist with another character and doing a whole episode that sort of explores what their life looks like outside of work in ways that I think people will be surprised by, and is an unexpected, fun episode for us.
Yeah.
One of the ones we're most proud of.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.